We were so concerned about what was happening in Maui that we were texting back and forth. And I read this article that Dolly Parton had given money in her community. And I said, I think this is the answer. You said, I think that's the answer.
I said, I love it. I said, I love it. I said, I love it.
And so we have created the People's Fund of Maui that will put money directly in the hands of the people who need it right now. So if you send a donation, just click where you see below and send a donation, That money is going to go to
what's going on?
Send a donation.
That's it's to the point with Mike, Leo, and Vince.
So what you just saw there, it's playing on somebody's phone.
With Mike, Leo.
I got the volume off.
What you just saw there was Oprah and The Rock pleading for money.
For a donation.
For Maui.
Right.
They created, and it was meant to look glitchy because they're part of the matrix John talks about, but together they're worth almost $9 billion. Welcome, guys. We set into this because it was kind of glitching on our end too, but the video is a glitched video. And
correct me if I'm wrong, they're trying to raise, what, $10 million?
No, I think they were trying to raise, they want more.
Maybe it was $100 million, I can't
supposedly
remember.
these two threw in $10 million together. Not $10 million each, together. They threw in $10 million to get it started. But in that video, they expressed to people they're pleading for money that from our hands directly to people who were affected by the disaster in Maui, our money will go. They need our money to go from our hands directly to theirs.
Yeah, I don't trust any charity.
Oprah's worth like $8 billion or something like that. Like, she can replace every burnt structure in the city, that little part of the city, and that not even affect her billions. She'd still have $7 billion or more. She just bought another 1,000 acres, I heard. Another 1,000. So she'll have like 1,800 acres in Maui. So, anyways, it's September 13th, 2023. Another live broadcast on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe. Kind of come into this one a little weird. That video was supposed to have a better volume to it, but yeah, you still here, Leo, or are you still looking at TikTok?
No, I don't do TikTok.
Whatever it was.
No, I'm still here, man. I'm still on this flat Earth, you know.
One of those.
Nah, listen, Vince.
You need to introduce him to what's his name?
Listen, Vince.
Melbourne.
Listen, Vince. I was listening to a podcast today while I was at work, right? So, let me ask you this, right? So, if the world is round, right? Why do the planes fly straight then?
They don't.
But you're telling me
they go around the world, Leo.
But they're flying straight. You don't see them dip down. You don't see them go around. They're in the sky. You don't see them go around. You see them go straight.
So why don't cars just drive off the edge of the earth?
That's what I'm saying.
Ships just go off the edge.
Because the planet is so fucking long and flat. You know.
There it is, right there.
I don't know, Vince. I mean, I'm just asking. I was just listening to this podcast and it was saying, you know, that it's like, okay, well then, if we're not round, then why are we flat? Then why did the thing go, you know, flat? I think it's flat, Vince. And then, you know, also I was listening to it. You know what they were talking about, Vince? About these black holes. You know, you know how they say we have like a black hole, or whatever.
Right.
And they're saying
space.
Right.
Well, that there's black holes out there. Yeah.
Well, there's plenty of black holes out there. You know, and that the Earth is hollow.
Yeah, there's the hollow Earth theory.
I don't know.
I don't buy the full theory, but like it wouldn't surprise me if the center of the Earth was hollow. But I don't buy the rest of the.
Okay, but if it's not hollow, then why is there sinkholes?
Well, there can be. I mean, there's some of the inside of the Earth is water. It's not fully solid, so it definitely is hollow if you think about it. If there's water in there. It's not solid.
Now I got you thinking.
There's definitely cavities, but there's not a middle Earth. There's not a whole nother
there's not another
so you said-
ecosystem.
right. There might I wouldn't be surprised if the very center is hollow, but there's not another ecosystem in there. I don't buy that.
Maybe that's where the aliens come from, Vince. Or maybe that's
Well,
where
they
the
say.
spaceships
Well,
come
we watched the video
Not saying
about
it ain't
that, yeah.
possible.
Mount Shasta in California is supposedly one of the most, forget how it was described, either haunted or supernatural or like UFO sightings.
Something to do with a volcano,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know about Mount Shasta, but it's just like a mountain in Northern California. Yeah. So it's I watched a few videos on it. I don't really. I don't buy that the aliens are coming out of Mount Shasta.
You don't think so?
No. No,
I mean, I don't think so either. I'm
No,
just saying,
I
you know,
don't buy
something might come out of there. Maybe some dinosaurs, or maybe not dinosaurs. Maybe one of those like dragons.
Yeah.
Like dragons coming out of them bitches.
No. No,
Did you ever hear about
I
them?
don't, man. I have a hard time believing in Bigfoot and dragons.
Hey, they have.
I mean,
remember you telling me
deep
about
ocean.
a sighting here out in Felsberg? 'Cause
Yeah,
we're out here in
but-
Florida.
Well, there's a bunch of Sasquatch sightings reported in Florida,
Yeah,
but
At the
I don't know
Bigfoot
if I buy it
Museum
either.
in Blue Ridge, Georgia, has a map of all the sightings,
Right.
and they have them color coded to like investigated to legit, to
Right.
like
right.
you know,
Yeah, you never know.
yeah. So it's I don't really. I think if they existed, leave it to mankind to find them and kill them already. You know, it would be widespread, and there wouldn't just be a couple here and there.
you see all these rockets that have been going up, like 3 a week.
Yeah, what's up with
Yeah.
that, Vince? I've seen
Suppo-
people posting stuff about
Supposedly,
that. What's up with
it
that?
just made me think of it talking about like
Yeah.
aliens and stuff. But supposedly it's supposed to be Starlink satellites.
Really?
But I mean, I wonder if they're not trying to prepare for a possible war. We were talking about the possibility of them preparing for war with.
Well, it's funny you bring that up because Elon, who's sending up all those
Right.
rockets, though, he refused to activate Starlink in Crimea, in the Ukraine, the area of Ukraine that Russia is occupying,
Right.
and the Ukrainians petitioned for it because they could have sunk the whole Black Sea fleet or what
Right.
this whole fleet, and it would be like a Pearl Harbor type of event for
Right.
Russia, and
Yeah.
Elon would not do it, and some people are calling him a traitor or a pro-Russian, and he's not. I mean, he gave them Starlink to begin with, but it was to defend themselves, not to start World War III.
Yeah.
Right. I don't blame them at all.
So he's taking a lot of heat right now, and I don't think he really gives a damn. I hope he doesn't fold.
No, I don't blame him at all for his decision, though.
I mean, what would that look like? I mean, well, another report today was some British cruise missiles or something like that were used to shoot at a Russian submarine. So it's like, what? What did we like? What's next? I mean, we already know our equipment's over there, but when would America say enough is enough?
Yeah.
If let's say
I don't think we're ever going to say that.
let's say we're
because
at
it's
war
just-
with Canada, but Canada is being 100% supplied with Russian materials,
Right.
obviously coming from Russia.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
How would we feel about that?
I still think
I'm not pro-Russian
think
at
when
all.
we get-
Fuck them commies, but
I think we get closer to election, like we were talking about last week. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they use war to delay the presidency change.
well, it's pretty sad,
though.
because
That's just sad, man.
I
It's
hope
just-
they don't. Because with Biden, are we really comfortable?
I don't want to be
with
at
this?
war with Biden
He
in office.
didn't attend the 9/11 memorial. They sent Kamala Harris instead.
Right.
He was over in Vietnam. I don't know what he was even doing over there.
But you know
on the
what,
way
Mike?
back, they stopped in Alaska, which is a typical refueling port for Air Force One. And then he did a speech like he was doing a memorial in Alaska for what?
Right.
He couldn't show up at 9/11. The first time a
what-
president has
but-
never gone.
But you know what? I'm glad he didn't.
Well, it's obvious
Because
what's
you know
going
what? It would have just been
No, that-
even more of a disrespect for those people. lost their loved ones
Well,
that
I
night.
think it was worse sending Kamala Harris, though.
Okay, Mike, but
It's-
somebody that's just gonna walk off the stage and not know what the fuck they're there for?
But
For what?
if any other president was in office
For
right
what?
now, Trump or anybody else,
For what?
they would have been there.
They
You
would've.
expect the
Okay.
president to be
Right,
there.
DeSantis was
yes.
there.
Yes, I know, but that's what I'm
Rudy
saying.
Giuliani was there.
They just don't want to make more fool of themselves that they already did. They prefer to say, okay, he was here, he was there, and not where he was supposed to be at. Because if he would have been there, I mean, he would have said, oh, and what is everybody here for? What are we here for? And then people would be like, what do you mean, what are we here
Yeah, well, he was just talking
You know,
about
so it's just better that he would
dog-faced
just-
soldiers or some shit like
Right.
that the other day.
So it's just better he just keep him away.
And they
even
say
better.
he's Kamala Harris says she's 100% behind him, you know. And
Well, yeah, just in case he falls.
Gavin Newsom was asked about
Sorry.
yeah, no, you're right.
But I'm sorry.
Gavin Newsom was asked about this coming election, and he even said Kamala Harris is Joe Biden's successor. You know, if something happens, she's
Well, I
next
mean,
in line.
she's-
Because everybody is assuming
Well, we know
Newsom's
that.
going to get his way in there, and I still believe he's gonna. I just don't know how. You know, maybe something changes and Kamala's like, I'm out. You know, I don't think the ballot's made yet. I don't think that's final.
Mike,
It's more than a
man,
year
them
away.
bitches
but-
been made 4 years
well,
ago,
yeah,
man.
well, they've been selected. But,
Talking
This
about-
agenda's
you talking about
already
for
been
running?
put out, man.
yeah,
I still think at some point there's going to be a health issue with Joe Biden,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I think it's going to be Michelle Obama that all of a sudden is
mean
going to
Mike?
become the front runner.
Mike.
Yeah, Mike
Mike
Obama.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust any of them. The media is just so damn crooked. No matter who they are,
I just don't trust the government, period. Man.
from
the government
small
just period.
town to big town, none of the media is. You can't trust anybody. Did you see Oliver Anthony canceled the show?
I did. I was
Yeah.
whenever you told me about it.
It's big
Remember you were
news.
texting
Because
me.
of the price.
You must have been at your
Yeah.
job when you were texting me.
So-
you were like, "Hey, Leo,
No.
check this out." Did you hear
Did
about
I? So
Oliver
there-
canceling his
Well,
shows because
last-
they were charging too much money?
Yeah, last I knew though, they ended up coming to an agreement. So he posted another video. They're going to go on with the shows that have already been agreed to. Then moving forward, the price is going to drop.
Oh,
He's-
really?
he-
See,
yeah.
the last one I saw that they totally canceled Cotton Eye Joe.
Yeah, I watched another. Well, unless they changed it
Yeah.
again, but they came to an agreement they were going to do the ones at a certain price, and then they were supposed to drop
And I
down
get
to like
it.
30,
He only
30 or
want-
$40.
He
a
only
ticket.
wanted to do it at venues that the tickets could only be $25 to $40, and he didn't want to charge for meet and greets and stuff. And, you know,
Right.
in this one place, it ended up being like
$90.
$90, and if you wanted the meet and greet and VIP, it was like another $100, and he was like, "No way." You know, I think he's still beside himself, but he seems real down to earth. Also,
But you know what? He's gonna hurt every single one of these
Yeah.
music artists,
Well,
and they're gonna find
it's
out.
happening.
The
People
are
like
finding
him.
out. Man,
Even,
and I am so glad he came out, man, because
Yeah.
he is so humble, man. Like, he's like, for what, man? You're gonna be sitting there listening to me sing for a song that's only 2-3
Yeah.
minutes, man. Like, and it's
yeah.
true,
Well,
man.
the good
Like,
thing is he's
people-
not just one. He's got pretty good lineup of
He
music.
does, you know. He's got some
him
good.
blowing
he's got
up
some
was good
music.
for him being found.
Absolutely,
But he
man. I'm
he
happy
plays
for him.
with other independent artists
Yeah.
that aren't known.
He's been around
but-
for a
but
while.
guys
He's got
like
a lot
him-
of. He's actually got a lot more songs published than
Yeah.
you realize. It's at least 20. He's got a couple
Yeah.
albums worth of
Yeah.
music out
He's
there.
got good. I like it because he's like not singing, but he's like just letting it out. You know, like out of his heart. He's just playing and just like
Yeah,
talking
it's
to
more
you.
like a folk music.
Yeah, like he's like
Yeah.
talking
Telling you
to
a story.
Like he's
Yeah.
talking to you
Yeah.
about
And that's-
his story. You know,
That's
More
why I
like
like.
folk
You know, I
music.
like. He's got a really good voice,
man.
and
It's
there's
good.
a story.
He's got a nice beard. I'm
and
gonna
it's
hook him
something
up
that a
some
lot
beard
of us.
products.
It's something a lot of us can relate to.
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
his music. So.
Yeah, for sure. At first, I'm like, I've never heard someone yell into a microphone sound so good, but
Right.
it's pretty good music.
Yeah, it is.
But guys like him and Adam Calhoun and Tom McDonald that are doing those other patriotic songs, they're independent artists and they're like hitting the tops of all these charts, and it's like you said, it's attacking big industry
Right.
and music
Yeah,
and
absolutely,
record labels
you know.
and promoters. That was the problem. The promoters, that place couldn't handle enough people to bring the price down to $25
Right.
because the promoters were charging an arm and a leg for all that
Yeah,
crap.
they want to get paid. Paid to do what? Bro? You're not doing anything. Like, if the artist says, "Hey, this is what my price is," why would you?
It's usually a venue thing, you know. And then they
but
were
just
trying
pay,
to say
just pay for the venue then.
he
Then,
said,
hey, whatever, man.
He said
Oh.
the most he makes off a show is $35,000.
Yeah.
That's those people
It's-
at first at Cotton Eye Joe were trying to say he was going to make $130,000. You know, and he's like, he didn't care. He didn't give a damn about the money. He wanted
It's
people
just
not to have to pay so much.
it's
Yeah,
just
man.
it's just regular business. It's greed. He's hot
Yeah.
right now, so they're going to charge as much as they can get away
Right,
with.
and he's like,
And he's
no,
not
man,
okay
like I'm
with
not
that.
gonna take these people's hard working money. He says it in his music, man.
if he-
these people's hard working money.
If he didn't
For
speak
what?
up, and let's just say they kept selling out at $90, it'd just been a matter of time until it was $150.
Yeah, and then
so
after
forth
that,
until
shit. Look at this Taylor Swift girl, man. Look at her. Have you ever seen how much her tickets are, Vince?
no, I've never
In
looked
the
up any
thousands,
tickets.
Vince. They're in the
Well,
thousands, Vince.
And guess what?
Up to
There's-
$2,000
there's
a
people that are
ticket,
paying
Vince. And people are paying it. It's not like you could go and dance and have a good time or line dance or stuff like that. That you have moves. No, you're sitting down. You're literally sitting down.
Capitalism can be a good thing, but not unlimited capitalism, and that's the problem with stuff like that. Like, there's no limit to it.
It's like so aggravating because he says it correctly, man. He says it right. This is these people's hard working money. If they want to go see a concert, you don't have to charge them a month's worth of their hard working money to come see you for an hour.
Right, and a lot of times it's a parent
Right.
bringing their kids that want to see somebody like Taylor
Right,
Swift. So
you
the poor
know.
parents trying to bring a group of kids there, and it's costing them.
It's
an
like,
arm
come
and a
on,
leg.
Taylor Swift. Come on, not just Taylor Swift. I mean, just all the artists. I mean, you're already famous. What else do you want?
Money.
Greed is what it is.
Right.
Okay, you already have what you have. Why do you want more? You see that there's hungry people starving. You see that our
The
country's
sad thing
sending
is,
money at other countries while we have people here in our own country.
The sad
Their
thing
own
is,
Americans.
that's become the American way. It's
Sad.
greed.
It's sad.
I mean,
just
it goes
sad,
on.
man.
I'm not saying it's only here, but I mean, I think it's the worst
Right.
in our country.
And now we have artists and wrestlers and people that are like influencers that are asking you for money. They're asking the
Billionaires.
poor for money. Come on, man.
Billionaires.
Multi-billionaires.
But yet, Vince, look at this. But yet, it's just so aggravating. But yet, nobody will support a small local business. But yet, you're gonna go support because so and so was on there and they told me to donate $1. So you wouldn't donate $1, but you won't go help out somebody that you know that's locally and push
That's
their
struggling.
business, that's struggling, and help out their business, or just give them a like, how you guys are give us a like, or give us a share, or something like that. You can't do that. But yeah, you're gonna go do it to somebody that's already famous. For what? They're already famous. Don't do it for them. They already made it. Forget about them. You know. Donate somewhere locally where you know it's gonna stay locally. You know?
Yeah. If you're going to give your money to somebody,
give it to someone
give
where
it to
see it go to
somebody,
use.
or if you're going to go to
Right.
a concert, go to an independent artist.
right.
You know,
I wanna
or if
see
you're gonna
my- I
listen
wanna
to a
see my
podcast,
donation go
listen
to use.
ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, you send the money to some organization. Like, I don't trust any of those donations.
Send it to us. The people that have the money, send it to us. For what? Whatever, man. I ain't sending you shit. I'll send you one of my son's Monopoly money. There you go. Send it to you.
Yeah.
I wonder how they feel about that.
I don't know, but the cultural landscape right now, it's kind of,
It's just aggravating.
you know, the cultural landscape, it's pretty
You know.
detrimental, and I try to explain things to my kids,
Yeah.
and I can't explain it any other way other than political.
So where I work at, right? I work with, I don't know, all kinds of people, just from all types of ages and all types of shapes and all types of everything, right? Mm-hmm. So I was speaking to somebody there at work today, and they were like, "Man, I'm struggling with gas and struggling with this and struggling with that," you know. And I was just like, you know what, man? And we came to agreement, you know, that everybody's struggling at this time, this year. Everybody is.
I thought you were going to say that.
No, the
people
whole
talk too
country.
much.
No, the whole country. We just came to agreement that the whole country is just struggling. Period. Right? Fuck.
Yeah,
Lost your train of thought.
But no, I didn't lose it, but kind of.
it's gone.
He gone.
No, but I was just telling them that, you know,
I think
it's just
the
the whole
ailment.
country.
You know what? I'm not a COVID person. You know, but I do believe
I remember.
there was a flu and a sickness that went around, and I think it did screw with people's immune systems,
absolutely.
especially the people
Yeah.
Yeah, it
that are
was,
vaxxed and double
Yeah.
jabbed. I'm sorry if this
Yeah.
one might not make it through YouTube, but whatever. It's
it
those
was
are
a
the same
different strain of
people.
the flu. Is all it was.
Yeah.
But the people who bought into it are the ones that are getting sick again,
Yeah.
and that aren't always making it.
Right. So we came into agreement. This is what I was telling them. I was like, we came to agreement. We both came to agreement that the government.
None of us are doctors, by the
No.
way.
Yeah, none of us are doctors. We came to agreement, and we said, you know what? The government. This is what the government wants. Either you're rich, or you're poor. Because the only people that are suffering
Yeah.
right now, the poor is not suffering because he ain't suffering for what.
The middle
He's got
class.
already
They're
doesn't
cutting
have-
the middle class out.
Right. You know, the poor is already suffering, so it's like it is what it is. You're already poor. It is what it is. You're rich. I mean, shit. You got money. The middle class is the one that's suffering.
Yeah.
And then where are they gonna put you at?
You either got to fall down and be rich, or you got to.
Okay, but how the fuck are you gonna get rich? These motherfuckers won't let you.
Yeah, it's
A lot of it's luck. Some people just get
it's
lucky.
class warfare is what it is.
It is. It really
And
is.
I think that's just the facade. Also, I think the classes fighting each other is just an occupation to keep the masses busy.
Okay, but then
amongst
that.
themselves.
But then we all
Divide, you know,
But we
division.
also we were also saying that just shows you that this country needs to be run as a business. We are
No,
not
it's intended to, yeah, but it's a
right. This country needs to be run as a business. We're not here to be friends with
Well,
China. We're not
Right.
here to be friends with
China.
run as a business for the best of the country. The
everyone.
total. It's
Of
still
everyone,
being
the whole
run as a
world,
business.
as a flat world.
It's still being run as a business, Leo, but they're running it to benefit the super rich. Not they don't care about everybody
Vince,
else.
but it's not even the super rich now, Vince. It's like it's
the
like
rich are getting richer, Leo.
yeah, but
They
they're
are
dying.
yeah. I don't know, man. It's just I mean, I want to be rich one day.
Well, yeah, I
I
wouldn't
probably
want.
never will be, but if
Yeah.
I was, I mean, I want to be able to keep my money too. So, I mean, I don't hate the rich. I hate the greedy, but there's a lot of greedy that
But
aren't
there's
rich
a lot
too,
of rich. Yeah.
you know. Yeah,
Yeah.
do I think rich people like Oprah spend their money recklessly or could actually do real help? Yeah. With that much money and that much property, what does
Yeah.
she need that much acreage for in Maui?
Right.
You know, why is she buying it up like Bill Gates is buying up farmland in
Because
mainland?
eventually it's going to lead to more billions.
And
more
how
money.
deep is Rock into it? You know, I'd like to believe Rock's ignorant to it, but I don't think so.
Yeah, like why would he like?
He's only worth, I think, 800 million. I think
He's trying to get in that billion
yeah,
dollar
he's
club.
800 million. I think. Yeah. Well, everybody does whatever Oprah says. You know. Are they?
yeah, I
You
guess.
know, I was on TGI Now last night, and we always the movie They Live comes up, whether we're talking before the show or during it, whatever. And it's like these people live amongst us, and I don't think they're aliens or lizards, but I think the elite, they're among us, you know, and they don't realize it, or we don't realize it, I should say. But I don't know. I don't know. People don't have any sense of reality when it comes to how a whole different class has to live. We say that, but I'm pretty comfortable. I mean, I know there's people way worse off than
yeah.
me, but when you have billionaires asking for our money when gas is freaking $2 more than it was 2 years ago, milk is $1 more or $1.50 more than it was 2 years ago. Eggs
Yeah.
have freaking totally. What have they done? Doubled?
I don't
You know, stuff in the
My-
grocery store has gone up, but the
My mortgage payment went up $300. My mortgage payment went up $300 this year because of insurance
Yeah.
and property taxes
But
going up.
Oprah, who's got $8 billion, wants you to donate to their fund.
That's what
Their
I'm saying.
fund that they say created, which
Right.
is also operated by the Entertainment Industry
Okay.
Foundation.
Okay, Vince.
That's actually who runs it.
So Vince is looking at me because he knows what. But that's what I'm talking about, though, Mike. Who's gonna donate? the poor is not going to donate. Why? Because
People
they don't
will,
have,
man. They will.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. But the poor is not going to donate because they don't already have anything, right? The rich is not going to donate either because they're like, hey, for what?
Yeah, but that's not entirely. So, for example,
but hold on, Vince. I'm going to tell you that their agenda. This isn't their agenda. Let's put these people to push them to get that middle class to crash.
no.
You know,
Here's the thing.
A lot of poor
and this is what
people
makes them
do
predatory.
donate.
Here's
They
the thing
do.
that makes
They
these
do.
people evil and predatory. They know they do.
that's what I'm
Right.
saying.
The rich
They're
people
evil,
know
man. They're
the
evil.
poor people will give their last dollar for these people who have no
Yes.
home, and their thinking is, well, they're going to donate their money anyways. That we need to get them to donate to our fund
Right.
for whatever reason they're selling. But what they denied to tell us in that little video, the company Entertainment Foundation, whatever the hell it is, that runs the We Are Maui Foundation, whatever the hell they made. They're the people who run that are like make 6-7 figures a year.
Yeah, man. See, that's what's disgusting, man. Like, it's just like,
So it's not like you
Donate.
send
Why
in a
don't you
check and
donate,
somebody
man?
goes down there and gives it to, whoever on the corner of First Street, Maui. Hey,
Right.
That's like
they're not doing
if you've ever done like deliveries, like delivering food, like pizza or something like that.
Right.
The best tippers are usually the poorest houses you go to.
yeah, man. You know, because they know, man, it's hard. You got to struggle, man. And then you got the rich people asking you for money. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You
Right.
know, it's in
She
their
can
agenda, though,
literally-
Vince. But listen, they
She
use
can
the
literally
government.
replace the whole freaking
Absolutely,
town.
she can.
and not
Absolutely,
even
she
take away
can.
$1 billion.
Absolutely, she can. And people would actually be more glad to help her out and be like, what do you need? You know, instead of you standing in the TV or wherever in a TikTok video for 15 seconds begging for money and begging. Come on, just do it yourself. Don't say anything. Don't tell anybody anything about it. Just take care of it, done, and get it over with.
Well, and what kills me is she can use the publicity
No,
just to
it's
make
just-
that money right back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know,
She could
like,
write a book about it when she's done.
boom, and she's done, and she's just stay quiet. What do they say? Just move in silence. But nah, she's just.
You know how
but-
much
but-
money
but
Oprah can
then
make
again,
off of
it's
a book?
But then there again, you don't think she's somehow connected to the government, and they're like, hey, help us out here. This is
Oprah?
how we're gonna.
Actually, I think she might be a step above. She might be a part of that other,
Group that's running
level.
the government.
the next level. Maybe not the top,
probably.
but I think she's on upper level.
Yeah, this video might not make him like.
I don't know.
That's the elite that we,
Yeah, that's the elite
that's
right
the elite
there. Yeah, there you
people.
go. That's the
The
elite.
people that are higher than the
Absolutely.
Yes, I wouldn't call
that's
her
the elite.
Illuminati, but you never know.
Nah, I wouldn't call it Illuminati.
You never know.
Everything
we just
can be
talked
bought.
last night about
You know
everything-
by saying this. the elite
Everything
people.
can be bought for a price, including our government.
Yeah.
Speaking
She
of the
probably could
government,
buy
yeah.
them too. She probably could buy the government. Trump could buy the government. He even said, "Shit, this White House smaller than my house, man."
The problem is it's currently been bought by a group of those elite
I
people that
know
are on
that.
that far left,
Yeah.
and Trump ain't got the money to match that.
Oh yeah, he does.
No,
He's got some money, man.
we're
they're
talking
gonna
about
drain them.
we're
You
talking
think
about
they'll
people
drain
that got a lot
them?
more
They
money than Trump. With George
Hey,
Soros,
hey,
Bill
Mike.
Gates, they got more than Trump.
Hey, so listen, talking about that. Hey, whatever happened to that X?
It's still there.
It's Twitter.
Yeah, it's blowing up.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
talking
Twitter's still there.
No, not X. The one people that we never knew who it was. That was in the government. Remember?
Oh, QAnon.
QAnon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Disappeared
I don't know.
right away,
I
didn't
never
it?
kept up with it really, but I believe they were posting on message boards, which is like ancient internet platform. Like
But
it's
that
not
stopped,
like,
didn't it?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know.
I'm gonna have to.
Oh
look
yeah,
into
they're
it.
actively searching those people out. I mean, because it doesn't even matter if you
What
were
were
there.
their names again?
Well, I just had this guy Enrique Tarrio. I think he had affiliation with the Proud Boys, which doesn't sound like a great group. They're considered white supremacists. Meanwhile, he's Hispanic. He's not a white supremacist, but anyways. He got 22 years for January 6th, and here's the killer. He wasn't
well, hold on,
even
sorry to
in
interrupt you
Washington
again.
D.C.
Q
He
what?
wasn't even in Washington D.C. and
They
he got
somehow
22
linked he
years
had some sort of involvement.
because he told people to go there. They said. on the phone. No, he didn't. He told them, wait for me. Or something stupid like that. But, well, that and another journalist, which is kind of, this is Banana Republic type shit. Owen Schroyer, I think is his name, works for InfoWars, which is an Alex Jones or whatever you want to call him, person number one. He's a journalist. He's been known, but anyways, he was there.
What's the name again, Mike?
Not
Q what?
preaching, but QAnon, yelling
QAnon.
through a megaphone, and they sentenced him to 60 days. He was a journalist, you know, and he was saying was death to tyrants or something like that. So they considered it a threat, but they didn't charge him with that. They charged him with being in restricted area, which he wasn't. He was out on the street corner. Just happened to be in D.C., but never went on the Capitol grounds. So, and they say, you know, if you were there and you haven't been arrested yet, you're gonna. Even the grandmas, they're still arresting people today for
What about the people that were part of the group there that really instigated it?
well, those are pawns. Those are plants.
They were hired.
Just
What
the
was the
other
name of
day,
that group?
Antifa.
Antifa.
Just the other day, they barged their way into Speaker Kevin McCarthy's office on the House in the Capitol and wouldn't remove themselves, but they're not getting charged with insurrection.
Right.
You know. So it's what did you find there, Leo?
Yes.
I know there was that QAnon shaman who actually got his charges were dropped against him. That was
no,
the one
I was
with the
just on
video.
the Wikipedia, just kind of reading a little
They
bit
won't
about
tell you
it.
the truth about it.
Nah, they're not.
No.
I mean, the first two sentences already.
Nobody
just by me
knows
reading
what it
them, I
is.
was just like,
Yeah, they if you
you know,
follow
just like, come on,
QAnon,
man.
they'll immediately label you as a crazy
Far-
conspiracy.
Far
theorist.
right, yeah. That's the first thing it says is that
Far
QAnon
right.
is an American politic conspiracy theory
Yeah.
and a politic movement, and it organized in the American far right politics
Yeah.
sheet,
Which means patriotic.
in 2017. Right there, I was just like, "Come on, man!" I was like,
Yeah, I don't
Whatever.
know. You know, it makes you wonder who it was. They say it was multiple people.
That's what it's kind of saying. It says it's a QAnon center and claims made by an anonymous individual or individuals known as Q, who claim have been related and developed by the internet community and influencers. Yeah, I don't know.
That's like I read about something I was looking up something and they were talking about how people had accused, you know, Biden of taking money from the Russians and shit like that. And it leads off by when it talks about it, and it's a false accusation is the way they say it. But it hasn't been tried, and they don't know that it's false. But they're just automatically saying false. You know,
What are you talking about?
it was some sort of they were talking about something that Biden was accused of doing illegally.
when he went to the Ukraine and told
The
them
Ukraine,
fire the prosecutor investigating his son's company or his son's
Right.
job, or they weren't getting $1 billion worth of funding.
Right.
And he told them if he's not fired by the time I get on the airplane, you're not getting the money.
And they have no proof
And he's
that
like,
this is
you
false.
don't think I can do it? Call the White House, you know. So, and he said, son of a bitch, by the time I got on the plane, the prosecutor was fired, and he said they put somebody solid in his place. So literally, he did what they charged Trump with
Right.
during impeachment when, you know, he was found not guilty, but or whatever it was, but he literally did it. And this was while he was vice president,
Right.
not
but
president.
They report it that it's a false accusation. Like it just a false accusation.
Yeah, this is bullshit.
Which is bullshit. Like no, it hasn't been tried. It hasn't been proven to be false. It's actually pretty much been proven to be true. More so than it has been to be false.
Yeah.
But that's how, like, if you look in Wikipedia or you look at, you know, you Google it, that's what you're going to read, that it's a false accusation.
Yeah, so They filed today, or was it yesterday, to do an impeachment inquiry. So it doesn't mean they're going to start impeachment hearings, but they're going to look into whether he should be impeached or not. And then maybe from there they'll make another decision, which the House could impeach him today, but it's not going to go anywhere in the Senate.
Right.
But it's a whole numbers game, but it'll be interesting because, I mean, obviously the guy shouldn't be there. What did he just do? At the same day, he wouldn't go to the 9/11 memorial. He does an Iranian prisoner swap and then opens up $6 billion worth of their funds that sanctions were keeping from them. So he traded prisoners with the Iranians and then gave them back their money, you know. So maybe he should be impeached. Between that and then his, you know, who knows what's going on really in the Ukraine. And I think they're desperate. I think they're afraid of what Russia will find or what the rest of the world will find.
And let's not forget
if
about
the Ukraine falls.
Let's not forget what he did in Iraq when he became president.
That Afghanistan.
Or I'm sorry,
yeah,
Afghanistan.
when he did pull out. Yeah.
The pullout. So he caused a bunch of our troops to get killed, and then he also gave them billions of dollars worth of tanks and all kinds of military equipment.
Yeah.
Just gave it to them. I mean, who does that? Who just leaves billions of dollars of military equipment for a country that we don't need to have that kind of equipment?
Yeah. Let me see if this video works. Hopefully it'll play.
Oh my gosh, you know, it's devastating. Ooh, don't do it. Please don't do it. Oh no, oh no. Really? Oh my gosh, you know, it's devastating.
And the guy acts like a buffoon, but they're not worried about it at all. Because I don't think they're counting on Biden anyways.
Right.
I think most of them are wanting him to step down already.
Yeah.
You know, I think they're just trying to figure out how.
I actually think the Democratic side almost wouldn't even mind him being impeached at this point.
Right.
So it's starting to become more and more realistic that it may happen, because that may be how they get out from underneath him too. Because right at this point, how is he can't get reelected. The guy's he's not even mentally fit to be president. He's not going to get reelected, and they know that. What is that?
I don't know. That sounds to make you look like an idiot. Yeah, so I don't know, but then you have rogue governors like New Mexico governor who just made some decree where you can't. It's an open carry state,
Right, but you
she
can't.
made the declaration. There's a public health crisis or something like that, and nobody can open carry or conceal carry legally except for law enforcement or licensed security officers within some county or city, and it's like some numbers based on population and crime. And
The sheriff's one of the sheriffs is already saying he's not going to enforce it.
well, I mean, he don't have to. It's a state thing, so the state, you know, their state troopers would probably step in and do it from there. But really, those should be the people putting the governor under arrest.
Right.
I mean, she should be under arrest.
She's
violating the Constitution. I'll
Right.
add video later because obviously it's not working for us. But she in her public press statement, they did a whole spectacle, and she said not even the Constitution, not even her oath is absolute. She needs to do what's right. And it's like, what do you mean? Yes, it is.
Well, and what are they?
That's why there is a
what is
Constitution.
the benefit of not allowing people to carry for 30 days?
I don't know. I guess there's been a lot of crime, but instead of approaching the crime, maybe follow some practices Rudy Giuliani did in New York City, but outlawing, it reminded me of a Old West type scenario where in some towns you had to check your handgun with the sheriff.
Right.
But it was because it was Wild West. It was supposed to, coming to town would be somewhere you're supposed to get resources and recharge, and should be safe. But Albuquerque, New Mexico. I mean, it's an open carry state, but you can't even conceal carry right now. And they say thousands of people are openly protesting it by carrying their firearms. So I don't know how it's turning out, but I don't expect her to be around for the next election. Even
So let me. So
even
I lived there, I
anti-Second
wouldn't
Amendment
comply.
David Hogg is
I
saying
wouldn't
this
comply.
is unwrong.
that's what I was about to ask.
I'd
So-
make it a point to
so
open
what do
carry
you- so-
everywhere
so-
I went.
So you're telling me it's an open carry state, right? So it means you could carry your gun wherever you want to go, right? And this lady is saying that for
There
a
might
whole-
be
for-
there might
okay.
be like schools and courthouses.
Right. But so you're saying that this lady, who is she? Is she the governor?
She governor, yeah.
Yeah.
So the governor's saying for a whole month, I want no one to open carry.
Yeah, except for police, basically.
Girl, you got me fucked up.
So for 30
So
days,
who's
I'm
gonna-
taking away your
who's
Second
gonna
Amendment
obey
rights.
that? Who's going to obey that?
No one.
Law-abiding citizens might.
If people
But
don't
the
drink,
people killing people aren't going to listen.
Right.
I mean, is she a
Criminals are
complete
not
dumbass?
going to listen. Most of the
Criminals are not
some
gonna
of the criminals probably are carrying, and they're not even legally carrying anyways.
right.
Even
So-
though it's an open carry state, there's still
So in the same
certain
podcast that
things
we
you
were,
gotta
no, I
meet.
think it was a different podcast. I think this podcast has been rated before. I don't know. You know, he was saying, "Hey, I live in a rural area, right? By the time the police or whoever gets here, I already took care of the situation. Meaning, he already took care of the problem, whatever the problem was.
Cops ain't gonna get there quick
because he
enough.
lives so far away that the cops are not gonna get there right away.
Right. They're not going to get there
So
quick
he's gonna
enough.
have to take care of
You
the
rely.
problem right there and then.
If you're for certain people in certain areas where you're out there and stuff, and even if you're not, even if you're in a town,
Right.
you're waiting on a cop, your life is on the
You're
line.
gone, man. You are gone.
I want to be able to protect myself, rely on myself. I'll call the cops if need be, but
I'm
ready-
gonna make
re-
sure I let somebody else call the cops because I'm gonna take care of the situation.
I'm ready to take care of myself.
Yeah, absolutely. Myself, my family, everybody around me. You know, it's just I'm not. You know, it's just I don't know. It's just I don't understand it how like people just you know can be okay with that. You know, like how are you gonna be okay with that?
Okay. What, the governor?
Yeah, the
Well,
governor
the sheriff, you might have already said it. I was trying to catch up on some of the comments, but
Oh, yeah, what are they saying, Mike? Tell me, talk to me. I got
Um,
something to say for them.
Elisa said hi.
Hey.
Mike Watson said hell yeah. He chimed in before we talked about Second Amendment stuff. We had mutual friends. And Amanda, I don't know how to say your last name, your new last name. I don't even remember your old last name, but I don't know who she's talking to. Is she calling you, Vince?
What?
She said hello, everyone. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
But yeah, it's we were talking about the New Mexico governor suspending, pretty much throwing away the Constitution.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. There you
Well,
go again. There you go again. You know, it's like what
It's
this,
not like it's unrestricted here either. We
No,
act like we live
it's-
in a free state, but we
not.
don't have constitutional
Well,
carry.
it's just like this big thing that happened recently with the ATF with the pistol brace law change.
in the bump stock and all that.
The majority of the people, they say, I can't remember how many millions of people they say own these guns that have, you either need to turn it in or destroy the like the 98% of them have not complied.
Amanda says
I
she'll
didn't
call the
comply.
cops. She'll call the cops after. She doesn't want to dig the hole. I don't blame you.
Right.
I can't.
Let
dig
them
the
deal
holes.
with it.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I agree.
They're the
You know,
cleanup
it's just-
team.
By the time they get there, I mean, the situation's going on now, not in 5 minutes. By the time
In
Right.
inner city, that's why I posed the question: like, is inner city homicide considered a public health crisis?
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
with
think so.
is COVID a public health crisis? You see where I'm going with like
Right.
if it obviously COVID could have been considered a public health crisis, but is it even worth suspending your constitutional rights
No.
that are supposed to be inalienable? I don't believe so.
If you choose to suspend your own rights, that's your choice.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't be forced to.
See if I got this working yet or not. I don't understand. No. Anyways, our chat overlay, which would put your chat live on the video, updated, and it's some open source software. It's not working right now. I ain't figured it out. But yeah, I don't know what else I had actually. We kind of covered quite a bit. Like I said, I was on TGI Now last night. We had a good conversation with John Carapi, Eddie Rivera, and Rondell. They're pretty good guys, and food from Caps is pretty good. They want to get together and do something down there in Vero.
Might collide the two podcasts together.
Yeah, we'll do some type of event, hopefully, and involve a few local people who are possibly seeking election or re-election, for public office, and we'll do it at. There's some ideas. I don't want to throw anything out there yet before we get to. But I don't know. I don't want to throw anything out there yet. But we'll see what's, what John works up. Obviously, John knows everybody, so
yeah,
he's best to figure something out. But anyways, that's all I got for this week.
Yeah, I think so too.
I got like 40 minutes, 45 minutes on there. What we just got an audience.
Oh, you got an audience? Shit, I got some shit.
I don't know. I can't keep up with the live comments because it doesn't seem to be
showing up right now.
Yeah, so. Well, it's alright.
Sorry.
Yeah. We will be doing something for Christmas this year. I just don't know what. We might be looking for some help.
Yeah, we normally do, get together and help out. There we go. We help out people in the community. We don't branch out, go too far. We make sure that whatever we do stays here locally, and it's just
do something for the kids, some of the local families.
So we'll keep you guys posted. Hey, we might need some of you guys out there to help us out. I don't know. I'm just throwing this out in the universe, We'll see what happens. So
anyway,
all right, guys. So I think we're out. I think we're gonna be out for this week, and we'll see. We'll catch up with you guys next week. If you guys got any topics, I think you guys hit us up or whatever. You guys know where to find us.
Something you guys want to hear us talk about, put it in the comments, and if it's something that we feel is in our wheelhouse that we feel comfortable talking about, we'll put it on the next podcast.
Yeah. If not,
sure enough.
Hey.
All right. Let's get out.
All right, guys. We're out.
I could do a Joe Madden. Boom! He just got fucked up.